Hey guys, daskro here again. It's time once again for the 8v8 Pubstars tournament. This time around it's match 2 on Seine Crossing. Now my team, Team B, won the first match on Grand Bazaar, but this time it may not be the same. So I want to show you my perspective of the game, give you some commentary, but before we do that, we are going to talk a little bit about what our strategy was for Team B on Seine Crossing on the Russian side. So with that being said, I'm going to go to this little overlay that allows me to talk about the map and other things about it. Now this overlay was from randomnade.com, and they provide these kind of overlays, and they're really cool. So we were on Russian side first. Seine Crossing has one tank per side, and at first glance it may look like a pretty even map. You have 4 points, A, B, C, and D, and on top of that, they look pretty close to one another for the most part. Now, having played this map competitively dozens of times, if not more, I know that Russian side actually has an advantage here because they are so close to these C and D points. As I move these arrows around, they can access these points so easily, whereas US, while they can get A and can get B, B is so far away compared to everything else. So even if you get B, it doesn't give you that much of an advantage relative to these other points. Now, I'm not going to go into strategy too much. I'll create maybe a third video here that if you want to hear me talk about some strategies of what you can do in CN, I'll consider making that. And I could go on for hours about this kind of stuff, so I really enjoy. But our strategy was simple. We're going to send 2 guys to D because we want to cap D. We're going to take those D guys and eventually position them in what is called either pharmacy or hospital. It has a little first aid sign over the building, and then also put guys in the apartment complexes, which are just adjacent to the pharmacy building. So that's where 2 of our D guys are going. We're going to take our tank guy, which is me, and my tank crew, which included Doom49 and Frope, and there we are going to push up on A by moving the tank all the way around, start at the top of the hill at A, and then descending down. And then the rest of the guys, which were in this case, another 3 to 4 guys, push into C, get C, and then aggressively push into A, take this corner building area, which we call Gypsy, and try to secure that A point. Now we did something though that was a bit unorthodox, and you really don't see this much in pubs, but this kind of stuff is possible in competitive play, and that is we have to get the enemy tank down. This map is dominated by the tank because the tank can very easily traverse from A to B and back and forth within less than 10 seconds if he's a competent driver. And since half the points are essentially decided by the tank, C and D not so much, it means that the team that does have the tank will easily control at minimum half the map. And that's not good for the team that doesn't have that tank, because it means they're going to be bleeding, and then you lose, and that's not what you want to do. So we said we got to get that tank down, and we knew that last match, Rival X Factor, who's in my view their best tanker, did not play the LAV APC on Grand Bazaar, and so I thought, no, they're going to play X Factor on that tank because he knows that tanks are so important on this map, and so we have to get him down. We have to take him out. So we said, well, why don't we just use the commander's seat in the tank? And so Frope gets in the commander's seat in the tank, and well, the strategy was we're going to have him in the tank, and we're going to try to get that lock on. Maybe get a javelin hit, maybe get some guided shell tanks. You'll see in a bit.
Yeah.
But getting the tank down is what our goal was, and then holding C, D, and then giving up A and B back and forth to get that bleed is what we were trying to accomplish on the Russian side. So with all that being said, let's just start watching this match. So here we go.
Oh my god. They probably screwed up the spawns.
And we go live.
Spawned into it.
Guys,
Spawned in as
second spawn deployment. It's tank spawn, so you know.
Okay.
Yeah,
Alright.
second spawn. Whoever's going for the
Customize.
Now on our team we have
Customize.
2 players that don't usually play with us. We have Nexus
Yeah.
Rec and Nexus.
Alright,
Yeah,
Mongo,
Popcorn.
you know the drill. You're gonna take
And
C, right? You're gonna
These
take
2
that build.
players all
I
come
almost
from
got
the
to
competitive
That
scene.
would've been awesome.
Nexus
Alright,
is one of
let's do
is one of the top U.S. teams,
Alright, let's
and
cross, let's do
they
this.
were
That
last-minute
javelin's
subs
gotta
that we
fucking
brought
work.
in.
If that javelin doesn't work,
And
Yeah.
this is to say that Team A is at a huge disadvantage. Rival X Factor is the tanker for the best Battlefield team in North America right now, Team Rival, and he's their main tanker. They also played with another one of their guys named Troy App, who is on Rival Dominions. So here we go. We're getting this lock. We got the lock. The javelin's gonna hit. Oh man, they're gonna hit. Oh shit! You see that? Double javelin hits with the laser guy, with the laser targeting, which means that it did 100+ damage to him. It was done. And so we have won that A point, and that tank is now done. Rope and I are good to go. We're repaired. I can now make the decision of, well, do I want to push to B or not? We were able to successfully cap both C and D, and so we have the lead. This is a very, very good position to be in. In fact, you can see that their guys are just trying to cross the bridge to get somewhere, and I take some damage, but I back it up pretty easily. I'm just putting pressure on them. And I know that the only place that they go into A is in this little A alley, and so I'm going to just shell it. I'm going to take some damage, but Frope's there repairing me, because when you have a bottleneck like this, and I can position myself so that I'm going to take minimal damage, then I can take damage all day long. So we're in a very good position right now. Very good. Now I heard them. I saw a guy go to the Gypsy building, and people are saying that they're in there. I am just preemptively shelling the entrances of that building, because if he's over there, I may kill him. If he's not, that's all right. I don't have to worry about ammo management within the tank. It's not a question of ammo management, it's a question of time management. Do I have enough time to fire that shell and then engage another enemy within good time? So I see the enemy tanks up. Frope goes for the commander's lock, and I get some shots in him, but man, I'm not doing good. I'm going to 20% health left. I got to back up. You know, if they send one AT guy around, I'm going to be in trouble, and so I'm just preemptively shelling the back alley just to make sure that they can't get a pop on me. And here they come pushing me with the tank. I'm not in a good shape right now. 20% health. I kill one of the AT guys, but not enough. And I get killed by Troy.
I'm hurting the shit out of them on the left here.
Yeah, I'm gonna need
There's
help
two
with
coming
C,
up on the
Pop,
left.
come see.
Yeah.
Let them do their job.
At this point, we're losing A. I know there's an enemy tank there. I am spotting in, and I'm getting in this little van area. Now, why is this van important? Well, the van, you could say it's a glitch or a bug.
Troy got me. He's in
Once the van blows up, the back doors of the van become exposed, and you can get inside of it. That van is made of super materials, because the tank can shell that van and it doesn't do any damage to me. No splash damage, no nothing. It allows you a little cubby hole that you can go in. Now the flip side of that is that if they have an infantry come in there, they can just spray that entire inside of that van, and you're not gonna have a good chance of beating it. So my tank's been down. I've spotted him once, spotted him twice. It's been about almost 30 seconds. I have a certain. I'm just watching the back seat area, but I know that our tank's going to be popping up soon, so I'm just going to run all the way back to our base to get it.
Got that guy.
Alright, good shit, Mongo. Fuck. Watch out, Mongo, right around the corner.
Now,
Push onto the flag.
Alright, push
oh,
it.
it's still taking a while. I want to get a grenade in, maybe. Now, I could have just gone all the way back and waited patiently, but sometimes I get impatient. So now we're going to go get that tank. only had 23 health. That's not good, but once I get the tank, I'm fine. Probe's here with me. It's now 237 to 191. Close to 40-point advantage. That's good. Hit that rubble, not good. Bad. Now we're gonna try to push up on A. Now this tank battle on Long Road is the grind of Seine Crossing. Once tanks get in these positions, one on low A, one on high A, it's just back and forth. It's just back and forth. And I rush him a bit because I want to try to again take damage. Frope's gonna get a rocket on him, but oh, he gets canister shot. We're both disabled, 34 to 34. I'm trying to take pot shots at him, back and forth, and we're almost both dead. And I go down. I go down because I get hit by a spawn. And that tank's still up. That was a failure in my part. I was more than anything else just trying to get that tank down so we could have vehicle parity, and didn't get it. I go RPG again. I want to try to get that tank down, but this is going to be so hard because it takes me 10 seconds to spawn in, 10 seconds worth of repair. He's up to nearly 50% health now. This is not good for us. But again, we're still up by a 40-ticket lead, so we have some wiggle room here.
Let's get on it.
Yeah, we're jumping on B.
I'm low as shit. I need a medic.
Even though that we have even amounts of flags, the fact that we're holding C and D is a huge advantage for us. C and D allow us much easier access to A and B points. They're much easier to defend. They have access to buildings that provide better cover. And holding C is by far the most important. And I just mess up that fire like crazy. I thought, oh, I can just easily kill this guy. No, spray and pray doesn't work sometimes, and I get wrecked. That was bad infantry play on my part. And we lose C. Losing C is a really, really big deal. C allows you easy to A. It allows you to cover your flanks for D. It's really, really important to hold. So even though we still have even points, we're actually not in a good position right now. We tell all our guys to push C as hard as they can because C is so important to hold back. And I am again going to be pushing up this tank again. Hopefully win this tank battle. I get a shot. I get a miss. When I fire, I am moving up the tank just enough, and the moment that I move up to enough distance to actually get a shot at him, I immediately push my back button. And I push that back button because it takes a little while for the engine to hit reverse and to react accordingly. And so what I do is that I'm preemptively reversing, even though my tank isn't going to actually reverse for another half a second or so. And then while I do that, I push the fire button so I get that shot and then pull on back. Now we take A, enemy tank goes down. We had that tank advantage. They spawn in 2 guys in the van garage area, but even though they were both engineers, it's not enough. You get a competent tanker, they're going to take them out very easily. And so I do, and hooray. So we got it. We have the majority of the points. We don't have B. I can push up on B, but I'm a bit hesitant to do so because since all their guys are either going to be at B or their home base, if I push up, I'm going to leave my rear exposed for any AT guys that come up behind me. I got to be very worried, very cognizant of that. They're pushing up on A again. I hit this A alley, just transitioning back and forth. I take some damage there. I am not doing good. Again, I'm just trying to find them. Uh-oh, now I'm in trouble. X Factor starts repairing me like a very smart player would when I go down. I think there were 2 guys repairing me at one point. But if you're an engineer and you can get close enough to the tank where you could repair it, regardless of whether it's your tank or the enemy tank, it means that you can also do damage to it. So you get out your repair
2
tool,
on 1.
and you can do, no
We should get
kidding,
someone camped up in this homo house.
3 or 4 damage a second to that enemy tank. 3 or 4 damage may not seem like a lot, but if you can hang in there for 5 seconds, 6 seconds, you're going to do 15 to 20% damage to it, which is maybe all you need. So that's a huge deal. So never, you know, after you exhaust your RPG supply or you're too close to that RPG shot, because if you do, you may kill yourself in the process. Don't be afraid to get out that repair tool and do some damage.
I got a hit on it.
Yep.
Yeah,
I
hit
got
it as well.
Are there enemy tanks up? My tank is down. Because of the fact that I killed that tank so much earlier than my tank went down, we are now at a disadvantage. And I'm going to have to wait until that tank gets up, my tank gets up, before we can do anything about it. We can try to get a bunch of engineers to take it out, but as you can see, there were 4 or 5 of us almost that try to take that tank out. But when you have reactive armor and you have an active repair guy, it's very hard to take that enemy tank out. So we're losing D. I'm trying to take some shots here and there. I'm trying to find out where they are. The squirrel nuts was in that hospital building. The hospital building is not within the decap radius, but it is such a good position to be in to hold off attacks, because like C point, D point is very exposed. There's only a few areas that you can hide in where you can also cap the point at the same time. And so I see a guy here. This is one of the hiding areas. I take him out, and it's grayed. It means they can't spawn in again. It's grayed because it's now kind of a blue instead of a red.
He's down. He's down.
And granted, these colors are going to be a bit different. I play on colorblind mode, and it's not because I'm colorblind. I find that the contrast in colors is easier to process compared to the traditional mode. Frope gets a tank from me, but Frope says, "Hey, I want you to ride the tank." So I'll oblige that. They're pushing up on D. I get some preemptive shots in the sort of the D long hallway area. Get a kill. Didn't expect that, but that's okay. Now I begin to push up on B, but think, well, there's guys still in the pharmacy area. I want to try to take it out. But coming up, this is not going to be a good position for me. Actually, this is very embarrassing. But you gotta take everything with a grain of salt. Oh no! See what happened? I was trying to move my tank around so it would face the enemy tank. Instead, Rival X Factor rams me into the river. Now you'll watch this and say, "Oh, well, what are you doing? Your tank's in the drink, and you're all wet. What are you trying to do?" Well, I pushed a lot of tanks into the river, and I've been pushed in it quite a few times. It's not my first time being pushed in. And I know that once that tank gets in the water, because of how it's positioned, it takes a long time for it to die out. And I don't know why it's the case, but it just does. And so if you survive the fall, it's better just to get your RPG out and kill it and let it respawn than trying to get let the game just manually reset it. Always go down with your tank.
Opposite D. He's in that rubble.
One of the biggest issues that I see with a lot of players is that they will, that play vehicles, is that they will very quickly abandon their vehicle. And if they abandon their vehicle and are not successful in killing the enemy, be it with an RPG or against another tank or either a gun with their against infantry, if they don't do that, you've given that vehicle to the enemy. It is such a game changer. And for air maps, it's a huge deal if you give up your jets or your helos. It's gigantic. So 175 to 87, we're doing good, but take in mind, this is the easy side. Hard side is the US side. I'm going to run back and get my tank. And
there's still one guy at B.
We don't have A, we don't have B, but that's good. I have my tank up. It means that I can very easily get either of those points.
Wow.
A's easier to get, and so I'm going to push on A first.
Yeah, he's still there. He's chilling. Daskro, you got the tank?
The tank's on that bridge.
And I have a feeling that their enemy tanks is coming about. I'm being a little more conservative. Wait till my guys and see they're pushing up on the Z stairs area, which is the connector between A and C. Enemy tank shows itself. We take hits. I'm at 50%, not looking great. And as he's moving in, I fire. And I fire because the moment I even see a little bit of him, I hit that fire button because the tank shell takes a bit of a duration to get there. Waiting to get repaired before it repairs me. And just like on our team, they have a bunch of players trying to kill me, both in the A alley and otherwise. And what I'm trying to do is just push up enough so I can actually get in that A cap area, and I'm not in there yet. And I keep on taking damage when I get close to it, but I'm going to keep on trying to push it. And they kill the tank. Our AT guys will get around that tank and get enough damage to it. Uh-oh. He's repairing me. I'm in trouble. Am I going to go down? And I go down. I got repair tools again. Now, I tried to use my main gun to hit the van, get some deflection damage. No, didn't work out. But he goes down too because when that tank blows up, he takes damage as well. And so in the end, we're still trying to get A, but I don't think we get it this time around.
Popcorn, watch that.
We have A.
Yeah, I got one on.
Yeah, we did get A. So that's what Nexus Rec tells me. So that's good.
One into pharmacy, one's on stairs.
Stay here.
161 to 70. Oh, do I get the kills? Oh, I get the 2 kills. Looking good. Now, I used the G18. A lot of the guys here are not using G18. Why would you want to use the G18 over the Magnum? Well, the G18 fires a lot of bullets, but each of the bullets don't do much damage. If you ever use the G17 or put the G18 to single fire, it's a pea shooter. It doesn't do as much damage compared to the 44 Magnum. But remember about suppression. Suppression allows you to reduce the accuracy of your enemy's gun when he fires at you. Now, for those who don't remember or don't need a refresher in suppression, suppression is if a bullet passes by you but doesn't hit you, it increases the amount of bullet spread that you will experience in the cone of fire that you will fire with your given weapon. And so, even though that you, from a user perspective, your mouse speed may be very accurate, be trained on that enemy, your cone of fire, the randomness of your bullet spray becomes more random. Now, with the G18, if I don't hit you with all my bullets, I'm at least causing you a lot of suppression. And if I'm causing you a lot of suppression, it's buying me time. And even though that it may be a lot faster on paper to kill some of the 44 Magnums, it's only 2 shots or 3 shots. I'm actually creating more time for myself to kill you because I'm putting you under suppression with my Glock 18. Now, Glock 18 isn't great for mid-long range, but I'm a tanker. I'm not going to be putting myself in a position where I'm going to be needing that mid-long range pistol shot. If I'm engaging those enemies from that distance, I just need to get the hell out of there. I need to find some cover, reload, and go from there. So 146-29, we're doing real good for ourselves. We have 2 cap points. So you have one grayed out, which means that we are getting the bleed on them. We're fighting it out. Looks like one of our guys got behind him, or trying to get behind him. Hopefully gets a shot on him. Look, he's running at him. Uh-oh, no! Oh, no! See what happened, guys? Frope and Doom were repairing me, right? They were repairing me. And and X Factor rammed me. And when he rammed me, he made me run over my own guys. That's embarrassing. But smart on X Factor's part. He didn't get him to win, but he did some damage, and I gotta give him props for that. Smart thinking. So we have A and C, or A and D. We're losing D, but we have A. And their tank just went down, which means that I know that I can push on B very easily. I'm pushing on B. I'm waiting for them to show up. I hope they do, because if there's only 1 or 2 engineers, I can take them out very easily. I'm just waiting for it.
One's garage, I think.
Another,
watch out, 2 guys.
another 2 or 3 seconds, and we get that grade out. I don't have to worry about them anymore.
Okay. AC, 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 all 3. Got him?
What is he doing?
So yeah, wait it out. Takes 20 seconds total to cap a point when it's from the enemy. I see a guy, hit it out. Super easy.
Good game, guys.
And so we grab it. We have all 4 points, 137 to 13. We got this in the bag. Turn myself around and win the game. So that was first round. First round, we did really well for ourselves. Again, Russian side's the easy side, so U.S. side's going to be the more difficult side. We're going to have a second video for this. Yeah, tank pushing up. Oh well, I don't care. We have this one, so nevertheless, thanks for watching the first video. Second video will be up soon enough, and I'll also create a video talking a little bit more about some higher level strategy that we talk about within looking at Seine Crossing for 8v8 competition. So thanks for watching. You can check out all the players that played below in the description. And if you're interested or like this, shoot me a comment, or don't like something about it, shoot me a comment. And if you like some of the things that these videos show, please subscribe. So thanks for watching, and until next time.